So the first DLC of Tiny Tina's Wonderlands is just around the corner, and it's filled with some awesome new guns, beautiful armor decor, a brand new map, and of course, a mighty new boss for us to fight. Find out all about this amazing content here, so let's dig into it. Alright, big dogs, welcome back to the channel, and before we dig into all this juicy content, if y'all could go ahead and hit the sub button, turn on notifications, and stop over by my Twitch, which will be linked below. Hit the follow over there. It would be greatly appreciated. All right, so this trailer dropped yesterday, the 19th. I'm recording this on the 20th. As well as some context over on the official Wonderlands website, so let's break it all down and go over what to expect. So first things first is, how are you going to be able to access this DLC? Well, if you want to access this DLC, you're either going to need to own the Season Pass. You can buy the DLC just outright. Or if you own any version of the game higher than the Standard Edition, the Season Pass will already come with the game. Now, the game should automatically update in whatever app you purchased it from, so Epic or Steam, or Xbox, PlayStation, whatever. But do make sure you do have auto-update on for this game if you want to have access to it right away. Now, to actually access this new location once you have it, Coiled Captors, as it's called, is accessed via Vesper's First Mirror of Mystery, which is... I'm not going to explain what that is currently. That's for a whole nother video. Which is found in the eerie Dreamville overlook just outside of Brighthoof. And so you have to access the overworld, head over to it, and you'll be able to access it there. Once you've gotten into the DLC, from what the trailer shows, it is, of course, just Borderlands. It's a clear a room, move forward until you clear all the rooms, and eventually beat the boss. Now, I'm a really big fan of the icy dungeon, volcano kind of aesthetic looking thing, so... icy mountains, basically. They didn't have a ton of that in the base game, so I'm really hyped for that. I love snow levels in all games. I think they're super cool. No pun intended. So the next thing that they actually point out in the trailer here is, for 3 consecutive weeks following the launch of Coiled Captors, the boss, named Chums, will take on an even mightier form once defeated. So each transformation, he's going to learn new attacks, new abilities, and will test the mettle of even the most stalwart fate makers, according to their website. So I'm going to go ahead and put up the schedule here for his new forms. So as you can see, they drop at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time each week following the release. And I'm not really hyped about this. What I did like about it, and so you guys wondering, you don't actually need to beat that form within that week. It's not like if you miss that form, you're never going to see it again. No, the game actually wants you to beat all the forms. So you're going to get access to all 4 forms eventually. So say you don't play it until the 12th of May, for whatever reason, you're going to have to beat the other 3 forms before you can see that final one and get the full story for the DLC. Then they go off and show some of the new gear. I really like that they're adding in a new rocket launcher. I believe we only have 2 legendaries in the game right now, so I'm excited to see that. It looks like it's kind of like a dual shot. They showed it off a lot in the trailer. They didn't really show it firing at all, but I'm really excited for that. They also show a new spell, which seems to kind of throw just sticks of dynamite, which I think is awesome. And the cosmetics look really good. They look really colorful. Some of the actual armor coatings are very Miami Vice-esque, if that makes sense. Kind of the same style as my channel, actually, so that's really cool. They added in quite a few colors by the looks of it, and the way you actually access the colors and the skins and all these guns, I think is really cool. So basically, the way they are implementing this is you have to spin the quote-unquote Wheel of Fate. So when you enter the Mirrors of Mystery, you'll also be rewarded with plenty of loot, but as you're in the DLC, slaying enemies will earn you lost souls, which then you use these souls to spin the Wheel of Fate, located in Dreamville. And whatever space that it lands on, so kind of like Wheel of Fortune, right? You'll get something valuable. So you can get a new weapon, new gear, or a new cosmetic to add to your collection, which I think is a really cool twist. So it makes it adds a little bit more of a twist to the grind, I guess. So you're going to have to get lucky a little bit. But it does play into the whole D&D aspect, which is, you roll the dice and hopefully you get something good, right? So I do like that. I do like that addition. I think it's going to be really interesting because some people are probably going to get every good item right off the bat, and other people are going to have to work for it. So I think it's going to be pretty interesting to see how that all works out. The other thing I wanted to talk about was this badass shotgun in the trailer here. As you can see, it literally throws a D20. So you reload it, and it throws a D20. Now, what I think would be really cool about this gun, it's clearly a shotgun, is if you throw the dice at an enemy, right, and say it lands on a 1, right, it doesn't do that much damage. But say it lands on a 20, I would think it would be really cool if that's how they implement this into the game, where if it lands on a 20, it just does a ton of damage, and maybe it, like, if it kills the boss and you roll a 20, it gives you a bunch of extra loot or something like that. I think that'd be really, really, really cool. I don't know if they're going to go that in-depth with this kind of stuff, but who knows? You know, the guys at Borderlands have done crazier stuff. The boss himself, Chums, looks pretty, you know, like a normal boss. He's nothing, like, over the top. I like his, like, glowing armor on him. Like, he's clearly possessed. Nothing wild. The arena doesn't look crazy. They did a pretty good job of not revealing too terribly much in the trailer itself. So it does leave a lot up to imagination. And then to go ahead and round off all this addition into the game, all this content is actually going to be added into the Chaos Dungeons. So for those of you who are looking for a little bit more in the Chaos Dungeons, the boss, Chums, and a lot of the enemies are going to be added to the Chaos Chambers themselves, the Chaos Dungeons themselves. So a lot of content coming to this. The one thing that I want to mention before we end the video here is that this doesn't really seem like a full-fledged DLC. This seems more of like a trial, if you understand that. Basically, the way it works is if you die during the dungeon run, basically you get sent back to the beginning. So I can't imagine it's too terribly long. And just by the way things seem to work with the souls, by beating the boss, you get souls. They want it to be a constant loop. They want you to be farming that. They want you to be doing that. So I don't really look at this as a full-fledged DLC. So I'm not super, super duper pleased about it, but it does look like a lot of fun, and I'm honestly really hyped for it, and I think it's going to be a good addition to the game. But I guess we'll just have to see tomorrow morning. Anyways, guys, if you did enjoy this video, go ahead and please leave a like, comment, and of course, subscribe. Let me know what you think of the trailer. Let me know what you think of the DLC. Get over there and play it, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.
I lost my best friend to 23. She left her body and hovered above me.